Hello there folks and welcome to a new video. Today it's time to review patch 1.1 for Snooker 19. Patch update 1.1. I've just downloaded this for my Xbox One. I'm playing on the Xbox One system and I can't wait to play patch 1.1. Now, one of the things I'm really excited about that I have just seen, which I'll put in just a minute, is that this game has a new intro. I think what we have to respect is that Ripstone have done an absolutely phenomenal job. Ripstone and Lab42, in that you can moan about the game all you want, but I can't think of many developers 4 months after release on Xbox and PlayStation and PC who would release such a big patch, a new introduction, and a massive amount of things on the game. So credit to them for that. So first off, I'm going to show you the new Snooker 19 introduction. Yeah, wow, I really enjoyed that. Just something a bit different to start the game off with. You get a bit bored sometimes when you're watching the same old intro, but that's an awesome new intro. I really like it. So we've got a hell of a lot of new features and general bug fixes. So I'm going to go through those now based on the Reddit post. And if this is your first video of mine, I do a Neil Robertson Pro career on the career mode of the game, which you guys can see twice a week on a Wednesday and a Saturday. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see that. So we've got a few new features. We've got a new Master Plus aiming aid, which I won't be using today because I'm dreadful. I can just about use Pro. New Master Plus aiming aid offering a greater challenge than Master. An added option to reposition the cue ball after it's been placed. Yep, I agree with that. That's good. Added option to re-nominate a colour after a colour has been nominated. Oh my god, what a great feature that is. It should have been in since the start, but they've added it, so great. Basically, you'd sometimes get snookered and you can't see sometimes from the top of the table whether you can get to, let's say, a pink or not. And what happened before, you'd pick the pink thinking, oh, I might be able to get the pink. You can't get to the pink, and then you can't change the colour, so effectively you really have a foul. New player celebration scenes, winnings in semi-finals and finals. That'll be something I'll show you on my career mode if we do get to that stage. Revised intro sequences have been added to career mode matches. That's something I will have a look at today. If they're drastically different, I'll have a look at that. Intro sequences all round have been refined, so I'll have a quick look at that in quick match in just a second. Players now chalk their cues during gameplay. Again, I'll be able to have a look at that in the quick match. Then there's a few general bugs with certain improvement commentary, crowd reaction and character animation, bulk line visibility, scrolling leaderboard issues, free ball fixes, and all that sort of thing. So there's plenty of fixes. Whether they'll be easy to spot or not will be debatable. But we're going to play just a best of one match, a best of one frame match. We'll play at the Crucible because I think it's the best one to show in game. Now that's interesting. It hasn't been updated for Judd Trump to be number 1, because Judd Trump did go to number 1, as I understand it, a few weeks ago. So I'm going to play as Neil Robertson. We're going to play against the new number 1, Judd Trump, and just see how it looks in terms of the new game. So we've got a revised intro sequence. So let's have a look if it's anything dramatic or whether it's just a tweak that's been made that's not that massive. But I'm excited to see this.
Hello, welcome to this exhibition match at the home of snooker, the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Judd Trump to break.
Oh, so no change in terms of that. Well, it might have been refined, but for me, I don't see how it has been refined. So that's a little bit of a shame. But a good break from Trump, although he has left one possibility. I mean, the game doesn't look drastically different. It's not going to look drastically different with this update, but there are going to be things that are definitely noticeable that have changed, I would say. It's a good pot.
That's an excellent opening red. 1.
Okay, so this is interesting. So, yeah, it all looks pretty much the same. I'd say the lighting's the same as the last update. They pretty much got that bang on in patch 106. That's a bit of a poor shot, to be honest. So we'll just play up to this red. But this gameplay is really going to be the same, I'd say, for most of the frame. It's touching ball. I feel like they've changed the fonts a little bit there. I know these aren't the biggest things, and it doesn't really matter that much. But just little things have happened there. It just seems that like every update, it just seems a bit cleaner, I suppose, and that's what they've tried to do. So there's no real improvement on the introduction for this, which is a little bit of a shame, but I'm guessing player career mode instructions will be a lot better, particularly based on that video in the introduction of Ronnie O'Sullivan standing by the... I mean, that's nowhere near, is it? Standing by to be introduced. So I'm wondering to see if that's a thing in career mode, because there are features like the handshake, for example, that don't go on during an exhibition match. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Nicely onto the colour.
Now, I have already recorded Wednesday's career mode video, so we might spoil who we're playing on Saturday by having a look at that career mode introduction. But actually, what we'll do, unless there's anything dramatic that happens now, we will have a quick look at that career mode introduction and see if it's any different.
Hello, welcome back. The crowd here looking forward to plenty more high-quality snooker as we get the third round underway.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Neil Robertson to break.
So again, nothing massive in terms of the change there. You can definitely see a difference. It's a bit crisper, I'd say, that the player animations look, and it just looks a little bit better. So that's interesting, but that is the career mode change. Not really much of a change there, but a decent revised intro sequence. So I guess what we'll do, we'll probably go back to that Judd Trump against Robertson match and just see if there are any changes we can see in that one-frame match. So we'll go and have a look at that now. Now, one thing I hadn't realised, I have read it now, is that the online tournament aiming aid has been changed to Pro Plus, which is interesting. Of course, there was a big bit of drama about that. A lot of people wanted it on Pro, a lot of people felt Pro was too easy, but in my opinion, it was the middle ground between everyone. The people who are amateurs could use Pro, but then the problem with Pro, I guess, is that if you've got your players who use, let's say, no aiming aid, then they're still going to beat the amateur players, which isn't really a problem. But perhaps you could argue that if you've got two players that play at, say, Master Plus, that you're... Oh, okay. We've got a handshake for a quick match. We didn't have that in the last one, I'm sure. I'm sure we didn't. No, we didn't. How odd. How very odd. Not sure about that. We're playing as Barry Hawkins anyway. Here, thought I'd change it around a little bit against the Wizard of Wishaw, John Higgins. But there's some interesting bits in this new update. Not as drastic as the last update, I feel. But the one bit I am interested in seeing, which of course we can't show today, unfortunately, but as I've said, if you do stick around and subscribe for the series, the career mode series, you might be able to see.
Nicely played.
Might go for a plant here. You might be able to see the career mode changes when it comes to trophy presentations and new player celebration scenes, winning in semi-finals and finals. I'm interested what that entails. Of course, the final one would, for me, I would presume that is a trophy presentation, which I presume anyway. But for a semi-final, I'm not particularly sure what that would entail. I'm not really sure, but I'm looking forward to it, whatever it is. There's got to be something, or else they wouldn't bother saying it. But new player celebration scenes are winning semi-finals and finals. So that's interesting. But that's about it, really, in terms of the updates, I think. In terms of the drastic stuff. That's all they've got on their notes. There might be little stuff that's included that maybe we'll find out about during our play. But I doubt it. But as I've said, it looks good. I don't think really anybody can give much hate on this. That there's such a mixed reaction to Snooker 19, which I just don't get. We haven't had a snooker game for 8 years. It's a fantastic game, in my opinion, no doubt about it. I've had lots of hours of fun on this. And I don't get that people are saying, oh, it's terrible, I'll never play it again, because I don't see what's wrong with it. There might be the odd issue. Yeah, fair enough, there might be the odd issue, but that's the same with every game. You're not going to get every single pinpoint exactly right. Yes, it's a simulation, but as I've said, you're not going to get that absolutely right. But I think it's as true to real life as it can be. Oh, we've missed that.
Really annoying.
A little bit of a shame.
Foul and a miss.
But if you compare this to, say, WSC 09 or WSC 11, it is a massive, massive boost compared to those. As I've said, in my career mode episodes, which you can see on the channel, there will be probably some improvements that we'll see as we go. There might be the odd thing that we see as we go. But today I'll just play this one frame, see if we see any improvements. Now, players do chalk. Yes, there we go. I've just seen John Higgins doing that. Ah, okay. So players chalk their cues while they play now, which is a little bit of a... It's a cool addition, I'd say. It's a fairly minute one. I could just see it at the corner of the screen there with John doing it. I think it's a bit more of a minute feature, which is great. Is he going to do it again? Yes, he is. There we go. I just like that. It's just a little feature, which for all of the people saying, well, it's not realistic, it's just one little thing that might make things a little bit more realistic, and I can get on board with that.
Excellent pot.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
17-22.
This is interesting. It looks like Higgins is going to win the frame from here. He give me a little bit of a chance by that. Committing that foul.
Lost the cue ball a tad there.
But it looks like, well, it sounds like to me all the commentary lines are the same as they were. I don't think there's been massive change there. But as I've said, until you play for a long time, which we haven't got the time for today, you won't truly know that any commentary's changed. That is a little bit of a poor shot. But I wasn't expecting this to come so early. I recorded Wednesday's video for career mode and said that, well, when the patch comes out, I'll do a review of it, not realising that 2 days before that video is scheduled to come out, that, the patch is coming out today. I only saw it scrolling through Reddit that there was going to be a patch out today, and I knew they were working on it, but I don't think there was, unless I'm wrong, I might be wrong, I don't think there was a confirmed date for the patch. But it's great that we've got it. It's brilliant. But of course, let me know what you think down in the comments. I don't mind having a little bit of a chat with you down in the comments, but if your stuff's negative, but don't be stupid about it. Don't say something that's just completely irrelevant, because I just don't see the point of that. Like the game's terrible, it's rubbish, it doesn't work. Because that doesn't help anyone to improve the game. At the end of the day, Ripstone have made these improvements. Oh, that's a bad shot. Bit of a tricky one, mind. They've made these improvements through community feedback. And the only way that they're going to get feedback is by people being honest about the game, rather than saying, oh, it's crap. Cause that doesn't help anyone. Why is it crap? How is it crap? But there's not really anything I can complain about in the game. Of course, there are features I'd like to be added. Nothing massive, but those trophy presentations are a big one. There's not really much more. I think maybe a bit more in terms of cinematics of the players would be great. Which I suppose, again, we do get some of that in the trophy presentations. But the game will come on leaps and bounds, really. We haven't had a Snooker 20 confirmed yet. Whether we will get a Snooker 20, I don't know. But, of course, I suppose that Judd Trump might not... I've just thought of this. They might not put Judd Trump at number 1. Because they might use the 18 to 19 ranking now rather than updating it all the way through. A little bit like FIFA. FIFA doesn't do a transfer update the next season, does it? And because it's a new season now, the 19 to 20 season, I wonder whether they are keeping it now to the 2018 to 19 rankings. That would make sense why Judd would be a number 2. Which, again, I get behind, because there's no point that... Well, it's going to be... I would guess if there's a Snooker 20, it's going to be a similar game to Snooker 19. It's not going to be anything drastically different. So, if they want anyone to buy the game, there's got to be something different about it. And having the same rankings in Snooker 19 and Snooker 20 Seems a little bit silly, but this is good from John Higgins. Look like he's going to win the frame and match. But make sure to leave a like if you've enjoyed my little review of this. Again, there's not too much you can do in the time. Has he left a chance here? Fancy this swerve shot. Got to hit this exactly the right speed, of course. Oh, that's a little bit soft. We're going to get away with it? No, we haven't even hit it. I do like that with spin, the fact that you have to hit it exactly. I mean, I think we actually did hit it, but not in the pocket. So that's our potential chance of winning the frame gone. But there isn't a hell of a lot you can do in 15, 20 minutes. I just thought I'd bring this video out. A, to notify you guys of the update. B, to get some of your opinions about the update. You are the community, so either comment on here or go to the Reddit post and share your feelings about the, and thoughts, I guess, about the new update, and that'll help Ripstone to get to work on the next update. And if there's not another update, then the Snooker 19, Snooker 20. But that is really it for the frame. John Higgins was 47 ahead, 35 remaining, and to be honest, we weren't really ever going to get there. But that's it, folks, for today's patch review. We've had a look at some of the new features. Some of the features are debatable new features, but a good update, and great to see that Ripstone Lab42 still hard at work with Snooker 19, trying to improve it with every ounce of their work, and I think that is really good of these companies. And as I said, you don't find many game companies to do that, so I think you have to be a little bit lenient in your responses rather than going the game's crap, because a lot of people work hard on this game. I'm not being affiliated or anything else to say that, that's just my opinion. But please, if you've got any criticism, leave it down in the comments or go over to the Reddit forum. But thank you very much for your company. I've been TIJ Gaming, and until next time, I will see you later on. Goodbye for now.